4K coverage available if you're in our part of the world, the Middle East and North Africa. Arabic on 2 if you prefer. If you're watching in Indonesia, it's great to have your company. beIN Sports 1 for that. Andy and Peter at the board with the team news. Andy.
Yeah, I thought we'd have a quick look, Richard, for a couple of minutes to see what we'll face today. Unai Emery's first game, Peter, as coach of Arsenal. This is his team. What does it look like to you? How do you feel it sets up?
It's a very interesting formation. Defensively, they'll have a box. The two centre-halves, Xhaka and this young boy.
Is that a risk? Second division in France, 19 years of age.
Against Manchester City, first game of the season, massive one. I don't know much about the boy. What this system does, from an attacking centre point of view, Marlon Niles and Bellingham will give them the width. Then you've got the attacking players, Ozil, Ramsey and Mkhitaryan.
Will these play narrow, really?
Yes.
Both
from this system, the width will come from Bellingham coming up here, Maitland-Niles from an attacking point of view. The problem, and I think that's a fairly good attacking side. Aubameyang, as we know, great movement.
He'll run the line well.
Yeah,
he'll
and
run
he can
the line.
finish it. He'll work hard.
He'll no problem.
But the opposition, they have got attacking players. So these two will have to sit, and I'm still worried about spaces.
And also this, right? These two, to me, don't strike me as being quick.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
So it's obviously going to be a defence that normally in it, he looks to push forward. Is that a risk then if he does that and sets him up to the halfway line?
Well, for me, yes, because of the pace that Manchester City and the passing ability to play through teams.
So we've got decent defence. Take a look at what we've got here. There's obviously one or two not playing. Mendy back in. So, I mean, they will be a bit like that, won't they? Fernandinho gives them that security. Bernardo Silva will play, and these will be the narrow ones. Mahrez, obviously, will give them a width there. Sterling normally plays right, but will play left because Mahrez is playing, and that's it to me. So I worry for Arsenal that these areas of the pitch, when they double up on them, Rudy, will Mkhitaryan and Ozil have enough legs and willpower and desire to help both fullbacks?
That is going to be the problem. That's the problem that Emery's going to have, and the rotation of these front three. I mean, you've got them in the positions that they'll start, but make no mistake, they will movement. And by the way,
what I'm saying as well, once these centre-halves, if they're going to be in amongst the centre-backs as well, movement, quick feet.
And what they've got all over is blistering pace. Blistering pace. And if Arsenal want to take the game to Manchester City, which the manager likes to do, I think that's where the problems lie with the pace they've got.
And you've got feeling on the result today?
I cannot see Manchester City getting beat.
Okay.
That's upcoming to Anfield, where Liverpool have just beaten West Ham 4-0 for reaction.
As well done, Sadio. How was that for a start?
Great. I think we play great football today, and we create many chances and score as we can, and also we defend as a team. I think we deserve to win.
James, a lot of expectation before the ball was kicked, but a lot of energy around the place, a lot of positivity. Were you able almost to ride that wave? Did it help?
Yeah, I think so. It always is. First game of the season, expectation. You know, new season, everyone wants to get off to a good start. That's the most important thing, and we managed to do that with a good victory. A pretty good performance. We can obviously improve, we know that, but it's the first game of the season. New players coming in. You know, against a team who's made some good signings as well and a new manager, and always going to be a tough game, so I think it was a good start all in all.
I don't know whether maybe there were times where you wished you were out of that World Cup, but having not done it and looking at full power today, did you benefit from having that summer to yourself?
Yeah, I mean, obviously last year was a long season, and you know, I think the World Cup boys Trent coming back in with such a short rest done very well, and you know, I've done it before, I know how hard it is, so it is a long season afterwards, so yeah, it probably has benefited me in the long run, but you know, like I said, the most important thing today was get off to a good start, and it's the same for most teams, you know, with international players out and in pre-season, first game of the season, it's always tough to get going, so I think the best thing you can do is get a good performance under your belt like we have done and kick-start from there.
Sadio, a couple of goals for you. You love the opening day of the season, don't you? Remember you're scoring at Arsenal, Watford last season, 2 today.
Oh, lucky boy, lucky boy. I'm happy to score the goal for the team, because without my lad I can't do anything. So I think the team was fantastic today, and yeah, we have now more important games to come. We're going to take game by game and try to do our best to win and make our fans proud and ourselves.
James, word on one of the new boys, Naby Keita, in that midfield with you. Looked fantastic, looked worth every penny. What was he like to play with?
Yeah, he's a good player, and you can see that straight away. And you know, he's only going to get better. Obviously, like I say, coming into a new team and how we play, a new style of play, it's not easy to learn. So, how well he did today on the first game, can only imagine how good he's going to be in a few months' time with more games and more time with the boys. But fantastic start. He's a ball winner, great drive, fantastic ability as well. Seen him get out of some ridiculous situations in training where he had no right to do it. So, it is top quality, and like all the signers we've brought in, it's more competition for places, which is exactly what you want. And you know, you look at some of the boys on the bench today and some of the boys who aren't quite fit yet. It's a great squad and exactly what we want.
And that stylish headband didn't hold you back, cause you any discomfort?
No, I was just waiting for the referee to give a scrum, to be honest, but I was ready for that one, but it never came. So
well done. You're the Premier League man of the match. Sadio is going to do the honours. Okay.
Thanks, mate.
I wonder what's happening there.
Cheers.
I think the boys wondered what was happening there as well. Not least Sadio Mane, who could very easily have been man of the match. But we'll deal with West Ham shortly. What did you make of Liverpool?
Liverpool very sharp, very sprightly, weren't they? They were just a yard ahead, at least, all over the pitch.
Everywhere.
Of West Ham, weren't they? Yeah. But they looked good from the start. Keita, as you mentioned there, just slipped in seamlessly, didn't he? The rest of the players all know each other. And, yeah, they were pretty impressive. West Ham just, a bit like their kit, their performance and their kit was nondescript, I thought, this afternoon.
I think it's a very good shout. But a yard quicker everywhere is worrying, isn't it, at this level?
Yeah, and I think, I mentioned before, you know, about maybe a better balance of players being recruited this season. I might have to retract that statement because, you know, I looked at it today and they were lopsided. In midfield in particular, Jim Begley mentioned on the commentary, they were woefully short. And Declan Rice was a makeshift central holding midfielder, came off at half-time. And I thought it maybe should have been one of the others, Nolan or Wilshere. Things didn't improve second half and they were so laboured.
Yeah.
As good as Liverpool were, West Ham were poor.
Well, we've seen before you can spend a lot of money in this league but not necessarily get the outcome or the result you want. Liverpool have done that.
Richard, if you go against Liverpool with no real pace in midfield, you'll get done pretty much every time you play them. You need legs. You need to be people who can get about the pitch. I'm sorry, but and Mark Noble and Jack Walsh, I don't like to say it, the game passed them by second half. It was so difficult. You're playing just the two of them in there, get no help from Snodgrass, and Liverpool just cruised to victory. James Milner, brilliant here. It's just so typical of Milner, not giving it up. Thank you very much, Manny.
I mentioned it at half-time. You can't defend like that anymore, not in the modern day. Not in my eyes. You're just asking for trouble. And
just stepping out.
They got
without
served
even knowing
it,
what's behind them.
OK, one player's offside, but another three are making runs from deep are not.
if you play a holding line, you've got to go with runners. Yeah. You've got to go from runners from midfield. And West Ham didn't have the legs. Liverpool was superb. They were brilliant, they were sharp, the passing was good, there was a desire about the play, forward runs, forward passes. West Ham, all them things I've mentioned there, didn't have any.
No.
Any at all.
And the gaps, as we said, the gaps between the lines. I mean, there were chasms for Liverpool to play the football into. That's how the linesman, who's on the far side, looking at two red shirts, can't put his flag up.
You don't need VAR if
no,
the
you
linesman
don't.
does his job.
The linesman's just half decent. He just puts his flag up. It wouldn't have made any difference. As we say, Liverpool were winning that game at a canter. So it didn't really matter, but hopefully the linesman will be better next week.
That was offside, clearly, but there should have been a central defender. Midfielder. Coming back, snapping at his heels at Firmino.
No.
Sturridge.
Off camera, me and Andy were having a chat as he come on. I said, he'll get one.
He's had a wonderful pre-season, Peter. He looks as though he wants to play again. He said he learned a big lesson being farmed out at West Brom and wants to contribute. Of all the money they've spent, is he arguably the best signing if his head's straight?
Well, he's learned a lesson from being at Manchester City, Chelsea, Bolton on loan. He's learned his lesson. He can play football, as he now got the desire, because he's got everything else. It's just that desire to go and do it on the park. He's got everything. He's got pace. He can get a goal. He can go past people.
Yeah. No one doubts his ability ever. No one has. Anyone who watches him has watched his career, we've all done. No one doubts the ability the young lad's got. I have doubted his desire to put himself out there on the football pitch time and time again. Listen, it's a great start for him. I'm not going overboard about Daniel Sturridge because too many times he's let too many people down. Let's wait and see. For Liverpool's sake, I hope he is the new Sturridge. I hope he has learned, and I hope that he does want to play the latter part of his career time and time again.
I've just got a feeling he might be.
Let's hope so.
The real deal this year.
Let's hope so.
Was under Rodgers for that first season.
Yeah, he was.
Let's not forget that.
Terrific.
One season.
But granted, I know.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're about to share history with you.